Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Aquarius out there. Aquarius, this is your 12/12 portal reading. So on December 12th, the 12/12 code portal activates your Merkabic field. And so when this happens, we're in alignment with the human heart and it's connecting us to unity consciousness. Merkaba is our light spirit body, the energetic field that surrounds us when we're tapped into a higher state of consciousness. The shape is a star tetrahedron, and it looks like this. Okay, many of you may be familiar with it. And it's believed that this formation of energy allows our light body to travel to higher dimensions. The Merkaba is referred to as a chariot or mode of transport for our light body. And this 12/12 portal activates and facilitates this energy and raises our consciousness, unlocks new insights, and allows us to perceive outside of the physical reality. So Aquarius, before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading or you can get your hands on the decks that I'm using. All right, so let's go ahead and let's invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that my Aquarius need to hear for this 12/12 portal. All right. Messages for Aquarius regarding this 12/12 portal. Well, there we go. We get relationship change, number 56. Breaking down to an 11, okay? So many of you may be seeing 1111. Many of you might be dealing with a counterpart, a divine counterpart, soulmate, or even twin flame, all right? But this relationship doesn't always have to be romantic. It can be a relationship between you and your higher self, okay? So let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what else comes through. Messages for my Aquarius, please, regarding this relationship change. Messages for my oh, wow, okay. So look at that. We have the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Seven of Wands. It's too many, but yeah, many of you guys might be in separation. It may be about a committed relationship, but it can also, the Hierophant can represent your spiritual body. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is a destined stop on your journey, you guys. So let's go ahead and see if any of those cards want to come out again. We get the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, okay. And we get the Strength card. Queen of Swords. The Hierophant wants to come out. Definitely wants to come out for you. Nine of Swords. And we get the Ace of Cups. Okay. Let me just fix the camera so it's not... All right. So right as I looked at the camera, you guys, I saw 3.14. Some of you guys might be mathematicians or you guys might be seeing that number. Interesting. I'm just getting I'm also getting infinity, that you've been shown, like it's either the wisdom that you've come into is also about that, like your soul's journey, how there's no beginning and there's no end, okay? That this is like an infinite journey, something that you're understanding is infinite, that isn't really going away, that it morphs and that it changes, but that it's infinite. We'll see if that comes out any further. So you guys get the Four of Wands. So many of you guys, you may be, this really might have to do with a committed relationship. It could be with a soulmate, a divine counterpart. The Four of Wands is my 1111 card. So you get, 56 breaking down to an 11 and the Four of Wands. So many of you guys, this is a numerological sequence that your guides, your angels, and spirit are going to be communicating with you through these numbers, okay? You guys also might be seeing a lot of 111. This is all about balance. And the Four of Wands is about protection. It's about celebration. It's about soul contracts. It's about stability, and something here is not stable, or you're in separation from someone or something. It may be because of a new higher awareness. This is your energy, Aquarius. This is Moon in Aquarius. And it could be that you found out something, but it could also be because you're on this awakening journey. Now, if this is a twin flame energy for you, you know, oftentimes twins come together and then they're triggered by one another and there's this separation. But many of you guys are starting to see the bigger picture regardless of what the situation is. And it may be requiring you to break out and be on your own path right now. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you or someone walking away from this relationship, okay? Whether it's permanent or not, you know, maybe we'll get more guidance here, but it could be walking away from a way of thinking, because this 12-12 portal is about higher dimensional travel, seeing things seeing past the physical reality. That may be what you guys are walking away from as well. So your current situation or what you're leaving behind. So this is interesting. You get the 10 of Pentacles and you get the Strength card in reverse. So we get Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and Leo. I feel like Aquarius, that you've achieved some considerable success, whether that means in business and financial wealth, stability, whether that's, you know, having a happy, stable relationship, something that you've always wanted, or that, you know, that's really well accepted by your people, by your culture, by society. But I do feel like there's something here that's missing with this Strength card. I think you're starting to feel exhausted, because what I'm getting, and with this 11 energy, they're really showing me the energy of Libra. And Libra really finds self-worth through relationships and seeing how other people see the situation. And that's what I'm getting from this 10 of Pentacles and this Strength card, that whatever the situation was really made you happy, and it really is a beautiful success. But I feel like it wasn't 100% for you. And I think you're coming into that information like, I did this because I thought I was supposed to do this, or because this is what we were taught to do, or because, you know, because this is what makes everybody else happy, which makes me happy as well. But there's some sort of dis-ease, or there's some sort of unrest. There's something that many of you guys may be turning away from, like corporate jobs as well, because you're realizing that that's not where your passion is, or stable relationships, or family beliefs, or something that's sort of been ingrained in you. But you're realizing because it's not aligned with you, and it's really taking all of your energy to keep it up. Okay. And, you know, and this is like part of the awakening process. So what this portal is really bringing you, we get the Queen of Swords and we get the Hierophant. What I'm getting with the Queen of Swords is that you are realizing that you are misaligned with someone or something. Okay, it's going to be different for all of us. And this portal is really allowing you to not only see the bigger picture, but it's allowing you, and I'm seeing, they're showing me this funny sort of image of like interdimensional travel, but also for you to break away from this, to cut cords and to cut ties, and to really move forward towards something that's fulfilling to you. And we get the Hierophant. For some of you guys, it may be a marriage, okay? It may be, you know, a business. It may be, you know, for some of you, it's leaving the corporate world behind because you're going to start more of a spiritual career. But we do have relationship change. I think your relationship with your higher self is a lot stronger, because you're cutting ties with cultural beliefs or things that or what you thought you were supposed to do, or what you thought would make you feel good, but you're really tapping into that soul's wisdom of what makes you feel good and where you should be moving on this journey. And the Hierophant here with this pyramid and this eye, this is really showing me that this is a result of your spiritual awakening. This 12-12 portal has imparted you all of the work that you've been doing, but this portal in particular is imparting you with higher dimensional wisdom that now you're going to integrate. For some of you guys, maybe you were, and because they want me to go back to 3D relationships here with the 10 of Pentacles, maybe some of you guys were also in a stagnant cycle with somebody. You were wondering, okay, when is this going to move forward? Or when are we going to move in together? When are we going to get married? And some of you guys are detaching from this need to have that, maybe even this person, but maybe even this need to have that. And just when you do detach, that's when you get what you've wanted. For others of you, again, the Hierophant is about cultural institutions. It's about higher education. It's about government. It's about family. It's about doing what you're supposed to do. And Aquarius, I see you being in true Aquarius form, innovative, humanitarian, philanthropic, moving forward, doing things that maybe some people are going to not be comfortable with, but because you know that's exactly what you need and needs to be done. And I feel like it's not just on a personal level, it's something that's benefiting the collective. So what's coming towards you, we have this Nine of Swords and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So Aquarius, this is a little bit of a warning because I feel like many of you guys are walking away from something that made you very comfortable, something that made other people really comfortable, but you're moving towards doing what's right for you. And for some of you, it's really sort of, it's not shirking responsibilities, but you're no longer willing to toe the line. You're putting yourself first. And many of you guys, I think I just heard, like, you know, don't call me crazy, that some people might be calling you crazy or might think your idea is crazy. For some of you, it might be an invention as well. But what I'm getting is that what you have been asking for is coming, but it may be a period of isolation and loneliness. But the most important thing for you to focus on here is really what makes you happy and refilling your cup, because I feel like you've been giving to others. You've been giving into expectations, and even what you thought would make you happy, but you're realizing that wasn't coming from a true source, okay? From your true source. So let's go ahead and see what else comes through here for my dearest Aquarius. All right, so we're getting the Priestess. I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. Yeah, so many of you guys have been in the masculine energy and you haven't been in a position of receiving. And this is what you're releasing, because with this 10 of Pentacles, many of my Aquarius out there, maybe you have a family, or maybe you have a marriage, or you have a business, and you have been going. You've been doing. You've been creating, but you're starting to feel depleted because of that. And Spirit's saying this higher awareness, which we're seeing coming in through the crown chakra, coming into alignment, is the Priestess, the embodiment of the divine feminine, is allowing yourself to receive and shifting that paradigm, okay? And then you get the mirror, reflect. I hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of me. Beautiful. For some of you guys, this does have to do with a soulmate relationship, divine counterpart, where you guys are mirroring each other. Okay, and I feel like some of you may have been dancing around commitment here. What I love is that her third eye here is completely activated, but she's also doing the shadow work. And I feel like there's an energy here with this portal, like you're going to be able to see past this 3D reality, and there's a complete beauty to that, but it's also going to require you to do some grounding, because what you see and what you experience isn't going to allow you to come back to the status quo and to your current situations and act like everything's okay. And it's really that many of you are also this is interesting because I also got a transgender image here as well. Some of you guys are going through a deep transformation, whether you're actually transitioning, or maybe it's just your energetic body transitioning out of the masculine into the feminine. But you're seeing and accepting, loving all parts of you, and you're cutting away that doesn't align with you spiritually and who you truly are. All right, and then we get the visionary, number 9, okay? We get, I chart the stars, signs, and symbols of craft magic. Wow, some of my Aquarians out there, you guys are going through this very deep spiritual transformation. And you're learning to really trust in your psychic abilities. It would be interesting to take a look at the Capricorn reading, because many of you in Capricorn's reading, there was like children who were very gifted, but were told that they shouldn't pursue those gifts, or those gifts weren't celebrated. And I feel like this may be true for many of my Aquarians as well, or that you're coming into this information, this wisdom, that you are a visionary, that many of you guys are maybe even leaving like a corporate career to becoming to becoming a shaman, or maybe like an energy worker or healer, a light worker, definitely. And I feel like there's you've been exposed, Aquarius, to sort of, I'm getting this scorpionic energy, but this a darkness, whether this is through like a traumatic event, like a near-death experience, whether it's, childhood abuse, or maybe it's like in the job that you do, you're exposed to sort of the darker underbelly of the world. There's a bit of a shadowy energy here, but I feel like you're comfortable with it. You're stepping into it. You're accepting the light and the dark. You're integrating your shadow as well. And it may require you, it may sort of send you into a little bit of a tailspin, is what I'm getting. If you're doing shamanic journeying, I'm seeing lots of journeying to the underworld. Some of you guys have had, again, near-death experiences, or maybe like an illness or something that happened to you in your life that has shown you sort of the darker side of life, okay? And where you may have tried to push that away, you're also embracing it and understanding it as one of your gifts. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what other messages come through for you guys, for my Aquarius. Okay. You guys get emergence. Absolutely. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment. I'm telling you, there's something here about your childhood as well, but it's also starting this brand new journey. And watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. And I feel like for many of you, it's a beauty that's unfolding from a darker place, something that you have suppressed, or something that maybe that was suppressed in you as a child, but you're definitely emerging. And many of you are emerging from a dark night of the soul, but I do feel like you will be going through some darker times here, Aquarius, but ultimately because it's like balancing you out so you can integrate this shadow, so you can really truly step into this power. Okay. And then we get conception. 16, this is a tower moment. This is a total shift for you. And this is the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. Yeah, you guys are starting absolutely a brand new cycle. This is a brand new Aquarius, whether it's transitioning, whether it's, moving from the corporate world into the spiritual world. I am getting that many of my Aquarius, many people out there may have seen you as sort of happy-go-lucky and this like really happy person. And you're starting to sort of integrate your shadow, and you're like, I'm more than that. I've actually been through, people who have been through a lot of trauma oftentimes don't talk about it, or you might not even know. And I feel like that's true for some of you out there, okay, that are listening to this. Let's go ahead and see what else comes through for my Aquarius for this 12/12 portal reading. Powerful energies here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And we get another number 3. We get channeling. Channeling. Absolutely. So many of you guys are, again, these spiritual gifts that you're coming into, you're channeling. You're coming into alignment so that you can now channel and integrate these new light codes. Okay. Many of you guys, again, I feel like maybe when you were younger, or maybe you don't talk to people, you don't open up about your abilities to channel, whether this is passed on loved ones or spirits. But this is telling me that you have the ability to tune into different streams of consciousness to gain wise information for healing and expansion. Okay. And this is exactly what this 12/12 portal is saying. So channeling shifts your awareness so you can stream information from various frequencies. And it's just like tuning into a radio station. If the information doesn't agree with you, tune into something different. And this is what I'm seeing here. What you've been in is not bad, but it doesn't agree with you any longer. And so you're shifting, you're tuning into a different frequency. And you've focused a part of your stream on the consciousness upon the earth plane to experience life in a new and different way. But what your soul wants you to know is that it's always transmitting love and truth to you, even when you've forgotten, okay? And that's sort of this message coming up with this shadow energy. Wow, Aquarius, this is powerful stuff here, okay? Let's go ahead and see what else comes through. What final messages do we have for my Aquarius out there? Okay, we get free spirit, beautiful. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Okay, intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to seek the answers, or to get the answers that you seek. Beautiful. Okay, and then we get dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Yeah, so many of you guys, you may be, and again with this 9 of Swords energy, there may, be difficulties in sleeping, but I also feel like this is a card of nightmares, but there's something to be found. There's wisdom to be found in even your darker dreams, Aquarius, okay? And very, very powerful information. So wow. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys found clarity and guidance in these messages. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day. Take care.